the rain fall down. After the waterfall, we gonna be okay. My foundation was created. I said, it's not a foundation, it's a movement. And I said, music will be the sustainable tool for development. And it really has worked. We have something called Hip Hop en Santé, like Hip Hop for Health, where we have mobile trucks. They go through the country and bringing awareness to HIV. Kids are rapping about AIDS, passing out condoms, people taking tests, and it's working. For education, we have over close to 7,000 kids that we give scholarships to per year. Kids get 3 hot meals a day, they scholarship. We pay for their schools. We're real big on education, but we're real big on kids eating, because they have to eat to move forward. We also have a children prison program. There's some real killers in that prison. You know, even though they're kids, they're no joke. And I was aware of that, you know what I mean? And I said, you know, we're going to give them tough love, but let's try to teach them. And in the course of a year, these kids are reading, they're writing, they're playing chess. They're playing basketball. And what touched me was last time I went down there, a kid comes, he's like 10 years old. And he's like, Uncle Clef. I'm like, listen, homie, I'm not your uncle, man. You too bad for me to be your uncle. You know, like, back up. You know, that's how I play with them, you know? And he's like, yo, can I just stay in here for like the rest of my life? And you know, it really touched me because in there, he got to eat a hot meal. He got to play basketball, you know, and he got to go to school in there. So he was basically saying once he leaves jail, he ain't gonna have nowhere to go. So, I mean, this is the situation you're dealing with. And that's why we're really proud of the movement of the foundation. Through music, we able to keep the programs going and going and going and going. And without music and being able to communicate hip hop or reggae inside of these communities, you're not getting into these communities. So whether if it's someone that want to deliver the food, if the kids don't think you're cool and you're part of their set and you understand their music, you're not getting into anywhere. So you have to make music one of the sustainable models for development. We have a Clean Up the Streets program. So there's a competition. Whoever can rap about cleaning up the community and how their community should be clean. And if somebody puts garbage on the floor, you know, that shouldn't happen. We'll do a competition with 300 kids from 300 different neighborhoods. Put it on the radio. The person that wins. Automatically, kids feel like, yo, the street should be clean because this rapper said it. We do the same thing with the same HIV programs, you know, things like that. Zomo was his street name. Let me see if I could translate that. Just so Zomo, you know, I'm giving all you kids a Creole 101 crash course. Zo means bones in Creole, and Mo means dead or the dead. So this kid was 9 years old and he was named Emmanuel and he called himself Dead Bones because he felt like he was dead. So he said, this is going to be my rap name. Came down, I went over, talked to him, man. He says, yo, you know you my, and he sounds like he's 21. Yo, you know you my idol, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like you. I ain't no joke though, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody disrespect, they gonna get it. And this is like real talk. Like this kid, basically when the gangs, because there was a couple of gangs at the time, infamous, they would behead people. And this kid, Emmanuel, would take the head and run through the village. Like, so-and-so's dead, so-and-so's dead, y'all know what it is. And so he's telling me all these stories. And he's like, you ain't scared yet? I'm like, no, I'm not scared. I said, you scared. Or you wouldn't call yourself Dead Bones. And I said, this is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna leave you some clothes and I'll be back in a couple of months. And I said, if I see a change in you and you start studying in school, we can further this conversation. and I will take your song, your rap songs. We'll put you in the studio, and we'll shoot a video for you, and I'll put it on my TV station in Haiti. Man, it's been 3 years. This kid has to be the best kid in his school. Straight A student, the gift of memorization. Like the teacher says when he studied books, like he reads, but he can go back and without the book in 5 minutes and tell you everything he read. Because when he used to rap, he would naturally just rhyme for hours of all his frustration in his head. So he translated that into words. And I would say that's like, and he has a big crush on Angelina Jolie and her assistant, Holly. He was like, yo, when she's gonna come marry me? Very, very cute, beautiful kid. And it's a great success story, man. I'm an example of what you call a come up. You know what I mean? It's like, this is the story that kids wish for. But they need a role model because there's no role model with the story. So it's like, for me, it's like, you can't tell a Haitian kid that Jay-Z got more money than me. He gonna be like, yo, you don't know Clef got money buried in the mountains of Haiti. You don't have you know what I mean? Like, because it's like, they finally found an idol. It's the same way, like, I could look up to Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Michael was, so the reality and what keeps me sane and grounded is the fact that I know that before I leave the earth, I will be responsible for a handful that I would have made a major change in their life. And once I do that, then they're gonna take it and reproduce it and make a major change in the next person's life. I mean, for me, that's really evolution, If you don't help, what's going to end up happening is you'll be watching the news one day, be like, yo, Clef told me I should have helped. Thousands of people are dying, and I had nothing to do with it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm about to, buy this new DVD, you know what I'm saying? So that's not cool. The website is yele, YELE.org. Or you can also get us at togetherforhaiti.org. Holla at your boy. Yeah.